But first, right here tonight, what could be a new twist in the JCPS transportation plan, now less than a month away from the start of school. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us on the WHAS11 Night Team. I'm Doug Proffitt. Late today, a new filing in a federal lawsuit which is trying to stop JCPS from cutting those buses for most magnet and traditional schools. Two more parents now claim this plan is discriminatory. Mary Bledsaw and Taryn Bell will now be joined by Ashley Wright and Ingrid Payne. The federal lawsuit claims parents' civil rights are being eviscerated, and now the parents are also asking for a temporary restraining order which would prevent JCPS from implementing the plan on August 8th if it were granted. Teddy Gordon, who is representing the parents and has sued JCPS dozens of times, said the restraining order is necessary to ensure JCPS continues to provide, quote, proper transportation. The case is right now in front of federal judge Rebecca Grady Jennings right here in Louisville. No indication on when ruling could come down. So with buses being cut new tonight, some JCPS families are still trying to make the decision on how they'll get their kids to school. Meantime, the school system will be paying some gas money to some parents to drive their kids to school. WHAS11 Night Team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Aspen Hester talked to parents and students as they have less than a month to go.
Soaking up the last weeks of summer. Some students, like 5th grader Relia, are already looking ahead to the start of a new school year, nervous for what the first day will look like after last August's transportation meltdown.
We missed school some days because of it. We didn't have a bus driver some days, and some days they were just like completely late. The school would already start. We would get there like at when it's lunchtime.
To make sure history doesn't repeat itself, JCPS is adding a freeze period this school year. This means that families have until July 22nd to report a change of address to make sure their student has a bus stop come the first day. After this deadline, JCPS will not be adding any more bus stops for drivers until after the freeze period.
The goal is that it's not adding more to the bus drivers and changing their routes right up to the last minute. It's making sure that our routing is efficient, that we have the stops where we need them.
While kids and families are still out at playgrounds enjoying what's left of summer, questions about the start of the school year still loom for them.
I'm waiting like every other parent's waiting.
Carrie Turner has 3 kids. Her oldest is getting ready to start at the academy at Shawnee.
Stressful, very stressful.
Shawnee is one of the magnet schools that will have transportation cut this school year.
Either A, she's gonna be missing a lot of school, or B, I'm gonna have to try to get her into another school. Well, there is bus because I have no transportation. And I live 20 blocks away from Shawnee. There's no way I can walk her back and forth to school every day. I can't do it.
For parents like Turner, who won't have transportation for their kids, JCPS is offering stipends, gas money, $5 a day for most families, and $10 a day for those whose students qualify for free and reduced lunch.
We're giving these stipends to help offset the cost of gas and the wear and tear on your vehicle of driving your student to and from school every day.
Turner, on the other hand, says the stipends aren't enough.
What is $5 helping a parent? I mean, $5 is maybe a gallon of gas, if that. But that's not going to help a parent Monday through Friday get their kids to school. It's just not.
Like other JCPS parents, Turner says all she can do now is wait. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS11 Night Team on your side.
Well, JCPS has said that those stipends could total between $850 to $1,700 for an entire school year based on a family's income. The school district says that the $5 to $10 payouts for gas money could cost them as high as $7.6 million. The JCPS website we checked tonight also says sign-up instructions will be sent to qualifying parents and guardians in early August. Right here tonight, a Louisville artist is pleading for his art to be returned to him after it was lifted, stolen right off the walls at the Melwood Art Center on Melwood Avenue. Video capturing the moment, showing what appears to be several people admiring and then grabbing 2 pieces of art right off the wall and then heading for the door. For the artist, the theft comes at a time when he is preparing for a new solo exhibit.
Those 2 pieces happened to total in monetary value approximately $6,000. This has never happened to me. I've had pieces throughout the city and other cities, and I've never had somebody just walk off with pieces before, much less, this kind of monetary value.
Louisville Metro Police tell us they are actively investigating the theft and they're currently looking for any leads. They'd like some help from you. If you happen to know who those people are in that video, call them anonymously at 574-LMPD. You can also utilize their online portal. Well, Metro Police tonight also have a warning for you tonight. They're getting reports of a man who's been driving around our city and exposing himself to women. The suspect was seen in East End neighborhoods, around Westport Road, Goose Creek Road, and then right near Audubon Hospital on Poplar Level. Officers got the first report on May 30th, but the most recent one was June 30th. Then they released this picture of the car, a black Lexus. The man drives in front of a home and honks or yells to get the attention of the women inside. If you have any information that can help detectives about this car, call 574-LMPD. An update tonight, a man is dead after a bad crash on I-64 in southern Indiana around 2:30 this afternoon. Indiana State Police say a semi-truck stalled in the fast lane after a mechanical issue. The truck was unable to pull off the roadway due to another car that stalled there. The driver of the truck called 911 and put out warning cones to alert drivers. Police say a black Tesla was driving in the fast lane when and did not stop, crashing into the trailer. The driver of the Tesla, pronounced dead at the scene, has been identified as 50-year-old Suresh Kumar Lohano of Washington, Indiana. That's 2 hours northwest of Louisville. In Clarksville, Indiana, leaders are trying to get the attention of their county government to say they're not getting adequate ambulance service to people in need. They say New Chapel EMS is taking way too long to get to people calling for help. The average response time for ambulance reach in Clarksville residents last month was 11 minutes and 29 seconds. That ranks in the bottom half of the 8 townships in Clark County and outside the health department's goal of a 10-minute average. One response we found even took 37 minutes. Clarksville Town Council President Ryan Ramsey says if the county doesn't move on from New Chapel, they're thinking about starting their own service.
I believe that in light of staffing concerns, as well as the continued issue of response times, that is probably the course of action that needs to take place.
Well, the main issue is, to remove somebody, you have to have alternative options. And, we literally don't at this point.
That's the health director speaking there, Dr. Eric Yazel of Southern Indiana in Clarksville. A New Chapel spokesperson said over email they had an extreme staff shortage at the end of May, but things have improved and, quote, we have been hiring new staff and continue to advertise to hire more staff. All new right now on the night team. Tonight, minority business owners in Louisville were invited to connect with public and private project leaders. The work up for grabs tonight, the renovation of an existing downtown Louisville building for the new Metro Police headquarters. WHAS11 night team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie talked to a business owner and people working on the project team.
Well, I'm a GC too, but we do a little bit of everything, just renovations, drywall, paint.
Gerald Palmer is the co-owner of Metro Flooring, a general contracting company. He's one of dozens of minority business owners trying to get an opportunity to work on phase 1 of LMPD's $25 million new headquarters. So far, he's done work inside homes and JCPS classrooms.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't have got one job if it wasn't for 7 p.m. They are out to advocate and kind of fight for you in order to get a little piece of the pie.
The mayor's Equity Task Force hosted a Meet the Owner event connecting minority and women-owned businesses with public and project leaders. Palmer and other business owners got the chance to meet the entire project team working on the police headquarters, the former AT&T headquarters building at 6th and Chestnut.
First of all, I want to see if there is a need for my trade as far as flooring. I just want to see if I can talk to the right people.
Palmer credits the 7 p.m. group for most of his projects. The project management firm is a minority-owned construction support company representing Metro government.
They engage our firm. We vet and identify who actually has the talent to do the work. Then we monitor and track those projects.
One West program called the Plan Room elevates minority contractors where they're given training in accounting, HR, and marketing.
So that they can participate in larger scale projects, and it helps them by building their capacity to do so.
The purpose is to make capital projects more inclusive as possible.
It's really important to the economic development of our city to have as many diverse vendors.
Palmer's remaining hopeful his team will get selected to work on the police headquarters project.
I would hope so. That's why we're here.
A high-profile addition to a growing body of work in Louisville. Taylor Woods, WHAS 11, 19 on your side.
And the original police headquarters in downtown Louisville, built in 1955 at 7th and Jefferson, is gone. It was demolished last summer. The city will be using ARP money, the federal money, to fund the renovations to the brand new headquarters. A hot button issue that could impact how schools are funded is heading to the ballot this November in Kentucky. Kentuckians will have the choice to vote on the so-called school choice funding, which will send public dollars to private institutions. Kentuckians will have the opportunity to vote on Amendment number 2. Opponents of the amendment say taking away funding would harm already hurting schools, while proponents argue it will give Kentucky families more opportunities to get the best education for their children.
This is not an attack on traditional public education. In fact, supporting charter schools is a way of expanding the public opportunities available to parents.
Resources that we could use to put a teacher in every classroom, and amidst the teacher shortage, we know we need that. A bus driver on every bus, and if you've been in Jefferson County and not under a rock, you know that that's needed for us too.
Kentucky voters will get to decide whether the amendment passes or fails on Election Day, November 5th. A yes vote would support public dollars going to the private institutions, while a no vote would keep those dollars in the public school system. Happening earlier tonight and all new on the night team. It's an all new, accessible and inclusive playground opening in ASHLAND Park, which is right along the Ohio River in Clarksville. In fact, this park has one of the best views of downtown Louisville. Work on the $300,000 playground began back in May. WHAS11 night team photojournalist Addie Hill was there as the kids got to play in the park for the first time.
And now, without further ado, I think it's time to cut this ribbon and open the playground.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
This playground has been years in the making, and it's excited to see what has always been a dream come to fruition.
I was not expecting it. It's so nice and pretty.
It's fun. I brought my grandkids down here and they absolutely enjoyed it.
We are building an inclusive community in Clarksville that is going to work for everyone.
And it's so versatile with their kids that are special needs especially.
They have spinning wheels and colors and touch feel stuff, which is all perfect for children with any kind of disability.
They were very excited. Yay! Yay! We live 5 minutes away, so we're definitely going to come by again and probably do a lot of play dates.
Adjoining communities have many amenities. Ours are just now blooming. All I can say is come on down.
Good job, buddy.
Lots of fun there tonight. A beautiful new park with great views again of Louisville. And for years, that park was owned by the Marathon Ashland Oil Company, which leased the park to Clarksville Parks and Recreation for $1 a year. Now, they bought the park in 2023, which allowed them to make these amazing renovations. Way to go, Clarksville.